cloud and not in my cloud. So
Thank
good.
you, in our cloud. Perfect.
Then let's start. Really welcome again. I think we missed two people from last session, but I'm very happy to see you all again. And let's learn, Laura, to make a wonderful e-commerce.
Okay, so I'm going to start to share my screen, and then I will present myself. Now, which screen I am? Yes. I have 3 screens, so that's where the confusion. Okay, I have one here, and one here. So I need to synchronize which screen I am. Okay. So today is going to be the second one of the series of the profitable e-commerce websites. If you didn't come to the last one, you can download the workbook, and it will give you some insights how to set up the foundation of e-commerce. And they already put the replay, so just watch it and it will you get more. So today is going to be the e-commerce platforms and getting paid. And everyone can see my screen, isn't it? Yeah, good, thank you. Because that's the trick of the Zoom. It doesn't tell you which screen you are. And I see you here on the side. I see my screen, I see other screens, but doesn't really, no, actually, I think it's the wrong screen.
We can see your screen with the PowerPoint, but we also see your comments written down the presentation.
Exactly, that's not the screen I want to say, you see?
Okay.
Good. This is the screen I want to share.
Okay, now.
Okay, so now you see 2 e-commerce platforms and getting paid, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, thank you. Too many screens, so you're getting confused, even myself, that I'm good with tech. Okay, so what you will learn today is know which e-commerce platforms or service to use for you and your products and service, because there are so many out there, it can be really confusing. Pros and cons for the top e-commerce service and platform in 2020. How to get paid, payment gateways, that even if you don't set up an e-commerce, you still can get paid for clients. And it's something that even for a small consultation or service like some of you tell me that you can set up for automatic payments, recruitment payments. Costs to consider before to set up an e-commerce. Q&A time. So welcome again. So I'm Laura Moreno. So I'm living in the UK for such a long that I get used to call myself Laura. So when someone calls me Laura, it's like, who's that? So I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur, always looking for ways to help with technology and digital world. I'm focusing women, and I have a background in photography, graphic design, and web design, and I'm helping some companies and entrepreneurs open their online business and made the most of them since 15 years ago. And I just mentioned since 17 years living in UK, and now I'm living in Barcelona since the past 3 years. So this is a kind of recap. I'm going to mute. Okay, yes. This is a recap for the last week. We did like a roadmap for selling on products and services, just to give you outside where we are now. So we have an idea, product or service, then we prototype, get interest and testing how, if it's people interested in that idea, it's people interested in that product, so we can make an e-commerce or we can really sell it. And then optimize this launch plan, and that's where we are now. And then pre-launch, sales page, webinar live, and launch start to sell. They're fully detailed in the workbook of the session 1. So you don't have it, just download and get it. Optimizing the launch plan is optimize your products and service. So we already tested, we already get feedback for clients, for testers, for testimonials. So we optimize a product or service to really help our ideal client. And then we plan a launch, and then we plan a website of how we are going to sell our products. Then you have the brand design and you have the legal documents, which legal documents is so important. Don't go live for e-commerce without do the legal part is so important in this area. This really can give you a lot of headaches if you don't. So which e-commerce platforms or service to use? There are so many, I had to say, really, really many. And when I started to do e-commerce 15 years ago, only have, as a developer myself, web designer, only have few choices to start e-commerce. Or you hire a super big company to do your e-commerce. When I was working as a photographer, IT manager, we hire a big company to set up for e-commerce in the place I used to work, because they were the only ones who were setting up e-commerce. There was WordPress and Google Commerce starting 12 years ago, and you have Magento, you maybe heard about it, so the open source, but it was not really these super nice fancy platforms that you have now. So it was so easy to choose, but so expensive. Now it's super difficult to choose which one, because there are so many, but it's easy to set up an e-commerce, and easy and cost effective and cheap. So before choose one, you need to consider what you sell. Did you sell a digital product? Did you sell an online service? Because that will determine which platform to use. Did you sell an experience, an event? Did you sell a physical product? And I will give you a list of platforms and service that you can use specific per product type, and some that will actually you can use for all. Other factors you consider in which platform or service to use is initial investment. Do you have any money to put on? All that platforms and service, it costs you money and time. Do you have a website already? Maybe you have a website and you want to use what you have already. That will be good. Do you have technical skills? Some platforms are easy to set up. You don't need any design or digital skills, but some of them you need your learn some stuff or hire someone. It's like a website. A website, you have two options. Or you hire a developer, a web designer to do your website, or you learn how to do it. Even for Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, you need some time to learn. And they put as easy as possible, but still it's a learning process. Of course, you need the time. And other factors to consider is the customer journey experience, how you want to that client experience your brand, experience your service, your product. This is something I consider, and this is what we are going to talk next week deeply in how to make a great customer experience to have return customers to your shop. You already have a user base, current clients, because it's not the same that you set up e-commerce without clients, without anyone know about you, or you already have some email database, or you have already some clients contacts, or you already have some clients, and what you want is just to improve what you have already. So let's go to digital product. So for digital product, what we can understand, we have digital download. It can be ebook, infographic, templates, video, trainings, art, software, music, everything that is digital and you can download, okay? If you did the exercise for last week, I gave you insights which products to find or what to do. I mean, based on your talents, based on your knowledge, but also just ideas what you could sell. So for that, we have specific platforms to use for download: eJunkie, Sellwire, and Sendall. Also, we have other ones. They are not very specific for downloads, but you can use for download. WordPress and Google Commerce and Magento, they are self-hosted. I'm going to talk about in the next one what is self-hosted and platform. And Kajabi, Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, BigCommerce, and Weebly, they are platforms, okay? Platform is like you host everything there. Your domain, you can buy it from there, or you just point your domain there, but they get in charge in everything. The hosting, the design, the templates, everything there. And WordPress, WooCommerce, and Magento is a software you need a hosting, and you can like DIY website. Then all the digital products is we have digital courses, webinars, live courses, training, mentoring, and you could use Podia, is specialized in really digital course. Thinkific, and I don't know even how to say, Teachable, Mighty Network. Actually, Planet Venus is in Mighty Networks, and you can sell digital courses and mentoring and programs through Mighty Networks. And Lenders is specialized too as well to do digital courses, but it's like a plugin in WordPress. And of course, all the digital courses, you can use WordPress, Magento, Kajabi, Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, BigCommerce, and Weebly. And then we have digital subscription. This is like recurrent payments, monthly or yearly. And you have mentoring, you have networking, you have training, you have clubs. There are many now. This it's like a boon of mentoring, of networking that you pay for. So I'm going to keep. And there are some special platforms for there. They are Patreon. Patreon, if you don't know, they are very special for it's not like it's a digital subscription. It's like you supported the artist, or you supporting someone who's doing created online or created even physical product, and you pay monthly for the insights, for the teaching, for their behind the scenes work. It's very popular, of course, between artists and journalists as well. And you pay monthly, and depends of how much you pay, you get more insights. I follow a woman who actually is doing poems and sexy novels writing via Patreon. And then all of them go back again to WordPress, Google Commerce, Magento, and all the other main websites that you can sell everything there. Then we have online service, and the platforms who are specialized for mentoring, consultations, and live sessions like Zoom or Facebook Live. They are WordPress and Booking Phone, Magento, Podia, Kajabi, Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, BigCommerce, and Weebly. Any design self-hosted website platform you can do for any online service, because on the end is you just need a booking form, you need a service price, and they pay for that, and it's just a payment process. So you can use almost any of the more popular platforms you can use for sell online service.
I have a question, because you said mentoring, and I'm a coach or a
Yes.
therapist. So I work with Zoom, but what you wrote is a place also to charge people money. So it's not
Yes.
just the way that they get it, but also the way that they pay me.
Yeah, it's the way they pay you.
Okay.
I will recommend the Q&A by then.
Okay.
If you don't mind. It's all right, but I will answer your question, because maybe when I'm doing the presentation, I will answer your question. This is a platform for people pay you, a platform to you offer the service what you're doing. Like, it's not just your website that you list the service you do, but it's you list and you get paid straight away. So you have a payment button. That's what e-commerce is. It's like it's not just a listing of your service, a listing of who you are, a listing of what your CV, your background. E-commerce is you have a payment, you have a transaction, you have something
like a shop.
It's a shop. It's an online shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mary. And then we have experience and events, and that's thanks to the COVID, there's a lot of boom of online experience. Don't know if it's good things or bad things thanks to the COVID. There's the e-learning industry is booming so much since 2018. But now the online experience is even now more. You remember last week I was mentioning about what your ideal client is looking for experience. They are not looking any longer much about a product or physical product. They're looking for what they're getting, what is your deep why, why are you doing this, and the full experience of the branding, of the concept, of what you're giving after, how you treat them. So now it's a boom of this online experience. And they are Airbnb now doing online experience, and Meetup also do online experience. You have conference, you have event, you have even to dance salsa online. And Eventbrite, of course, they need to reinvent themselves. Eventbrite, there was a line on hosting events, and they will charge you per the events you were doing physical, but now you cannot do. So now they're really jumping so much to the online. They used to do anyway already a few years ago, and they were doing, but not much on this level now that they allow you to host, to do online, and the integration with Zoom and other video communication tools. There were tours. They do a lot of live cooking and online experience cooking, and you have a list of chefs around the world, or by specific, I would say like País Vasco, there was a specific chef that teach you how to do los pinchos del País Vasco, and they do live, and also they do not live, but then you can buy the program or the course. With Local is other platform to host online events. Virgin Experience Days online experience also. You have a list online experience. So is it something that you are good in cooking, you are good in yoga, you are good in dancing, and any niche down skill, is something that maybe considering to put yourself out there and offer an online experience or event. And again, all the main platforms, you can still host and set up the own experience and the events online there, because on the end it's just you have the product and they pay for. And then the physical product is the more kind of complex, because this is what is a full journey experience. They buy, you have a product, and you need to ship to it, and they receive it. Okay. Now this customer journey experience is longer than any other type of product, apart from sometimes of the mentoring or the course. But this is like once so many details they are in consideration for physical product to sell online. And we have two things here, that you can sell your product or you can sell someone else's product. So if you sell your products, you can also sell in your website, and then you have WordPress, Google Commerce, Magento, Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, BigCommerce, and Weebly. On the end, all the big platforms there, you can sell any physical product. Then you have also the marketplace. It's not just in your website where you can sell a physical product, but in a marketplace. And what is a marketplace? It's a place that there are many sellers, as Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Wallapop, Mil Anuncios, other mobile apps specific by niche, like Pinterest app. Amazon FBA is filled by Amazon. So you send to the warehouse of Amazon your product or a third-party product, and Amazon sell it in your name. Not in your name, but it's by you. So, and it's quite interesting this, because it's I quite like this Amazon FBA, because it gives you like, you could take a product like, let's say this, and if you brand it well, this and you put in a nice package, and that's what a lot of marketers in Amazon FBA do. And you put in a nice package, and you say it's done in plastic, but it's recycled, and all 10% of the profit, it go to a big charity, or a charity to help, I don't know, with the girls in the schools in Africa. And you manage the package, you do a nice branding and everything, and you sell your product to Amazon, and Amazon send it to the client in behalf of you. And it's quite interesting now because it's becoming a boom, and it's quite challenging, and you have to have like a quite awareness of the branding and investment. And one thing I will recommend, even also for anything of physical or digital product, that you can do advertise, do affiliate, that you get a partnership with someone who sells your products on behalf of you, and you get a percentage of the sales. Always bring back to your website. Why? Because if you sell something in marketplace or drop shipping, I'm going to mention now, everything is a high profit. eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Wallapop, Amazon, they're getting from what you're selling. And one strategy is like, okay, I sell it to you, this is my product, but next time you buy something from me, and then a lot of sellers do, they do a little card and they put it in the package. Next time you buy a product from me, just I give you 30% if you go here, and this is your website. Yeah, because that's what you want. You want to go to your website to return full profit of what you're selling. This marketplace is fantastic to get yourself there, get your idea there, get your product there, and actually start with kind of low cost, because eBay and Etsy and Facebook Marketplace and Amazon, sometimes you don't have a huge investment. And then with the profit, you can start to build your website, you can start to build more your marketing strategy, and then little by little, you bring your clients to what you want, to your website, when you have control of. And then to sell someone else's product, then we have, again, the marketplace. So you are like curator. You collect this product, you think they are good, and you sell it. And then it's a new thing called, well, not new thing, drop shipping, that you don't buy product, you create the product. So you know who sell the best notebook, who sell the best pens for this journaling product, who sell this nice comb, who sell these felt pens. Then you list it in your website. And when a client buys from you that product, the order goes to the supplier sends to the client. So you just are the first link or layer of selling, and everything go by chain to the client, will receive it by the supplier, not for you. Okay, and this is something to consider in you considering drop shipping, because they are so some good that you can start for almost no much money investment, but the margins are very low, and you don't have control of the customer experience. So you don't have control of the shipping. You don't have control if something goes wrong with that parcel. You don't have control if they really fill the right order. So it's something that to consider if you go there, to really know how is the chain, to fully understand how well works that chain, that supplier, that shipping service, so you can offer a good experience to the client when they buy from you. And to do drop shipping, you have other places like Shopify and Overlo. Is something Overlo is specific to get drop shipping, and you get product from AliExpress and other places. And then the same, you can display the product of any e-commerce service and platform. So now let's go to, so I'm looking, okay. Okay, so pros and cons for the top e-commerce service and platform. That's been very hard to find out. And because I know my market, and I know I'm specialized in Google Commerce, and I specialize in in other platforms. But it's very hard to compare because they are like hand to hand. So on the workbook that will share just after this talk, I will give you some insights how to choose well your e-commerce service, and I give you an infographic of yes no type of question to really go down to choose the right platform for you and your service, depending of your skills, depending you have some money to invest, depending you have already a website. So it's a key questions to go down to, okay, so start here or maybe start here. So WP is WordPress. WordPress and Google Commerce. Now, everyone familiar with WordPress? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so WordPress is one of the most popular, let's say, content management system out there. And it's actually right now of 30% of the websites are done with WordPress. It gives you such a good control and control of the journey, control how they look, but sometimes it can be difficult, the learning curve of how to set up things. So if you are good in tech skills, then go with WordPress. If you are not that good and you are afraid of touching something or overwhelmed by the digital thing, don't start with WordPress, okay? Or if you have the money, hire someone specialized in WordPress and Google Commerce. WordPress is starting from zero, but you need to consider the hosting is something else and the domain. Hosting, you can get it for $70 a year, and then domains depend on the domain .com, .ed, .es, .net. It will vary of price of 20 euros, 30 euros, 10 euros, anything. The pros, full control of the customer journey experience. Extra features, easy to scale up. You just need to start with something small and you just need to pay the hosting and the domain. And then when you are ready, you pay for a plugin, you pay for a better styled thing, you pay for someone help you to develop a better user experience in your website. And you have a full brand custom. So you customize everything you want in WordPress. And for me as a developer, I love the fact, like when I work with clients, that WordPress gives you the full control to the client. So if they want to change a text in the product, if they want to change paragraph in the about, I teach them how to do it, because that's the important thing of you as an owner of your e-commerce or your website. You have the full control how to do that. And WordPress is super easy to change things, and it's so powerful on that. The cons is harder to set up, depends. And I say here in the cons because sometimes, I mean, now most of the hosting, you have one button to install WordPress, and it's as easy as that. And you need to know a bit of WordPress, but it's kind of easy learning curve. And sometimes as well, if you want to scale up and you get in difficult and in some tech, you need the expert. User number, nearly 2 million of sites in WordPress, sites of e-commerce, and 37 million of WordPress. Google Commerce is the most popular e-commerce for WordPress, and it's one of the first, not the first to get up, but it's still one of the first give you such a great control and customer experience for you as your owner of your e-commerce and for the client. We have Magento. I put it on the top because there are many websites, but I don't like it because it's so hard. Even for me, a developer, it's so hard to get, and you need to get on this one. You really need to get an expert or really need to learn PHP. That is coding. Oops, what's going on? So it's the same as well. This is a self-hosted, so you host it. So you need to buy the hosting and domain. You have a full control of the customer journey experience. You have extra feature. It's easy to scale, and you have the full brand custom. It's hard to set up. You need to know PHP is a type of coding. language, and sometimes, or even mostly, require an expert. And it's about 250,000 sites there. And then we have Wix. Wix, it surprised me because I don't know since when they are online Wix, but what they make amazingly, even I don't like Wix, is they democratize the web design. And I love it. Even for me as a web designer, I love it because everyone now these days, they need online presence, they need a website. You need a way to capture your clients and don't depend on the social media of anything that you don't own a platform. And sometimes Wix can be tricky because as well, you don't own the platform. For me, the important thing to have a website is what happened with Facebook 2 years ago. Facebook 2 years ago changed the algorithms. And that means people who used to have these pages for the brand, for their products, for their business, they didn't reach any longer their clients. They didn't reach any longer their customers because Facebook decided to change the algorithms and now decide, oh, now you have a business page. Well, you need to pay to get to your clients, to the customers that they like your page already. And that changed the rule of game. And that is a lot of awareness of like, hello, wake up, you need a website, you need to bring, it's great to use the social media, but you need to a way to bring your customers there back to your website. Because when the algorithms or when they change the rules, then you are with nothing. And this is such a high risk for any business. You need to consider in that. You need to have a database, a mail database that you in a way can go back to your clients and contact again your clients. So just watch out with the social media because you don't own the platform. So anytime, and as now it's happening with Instagram, is change the algorithms, and if you don't pay, you don't reach to your customers. So Wix is, you host everything there. And this is my risk as well, like self-hosted or you use a platform. It's great, a platform, but watch out as well that you don't own that. And my full recommendation as a business owner, as I've been working with this industry for many years now, as soon as you can, own your website, own your hosting. Even if you pay your hosting like a monthly, yearly basis, but you own the data. You own who is coming, and you can capture the emails and the names. But with Squarespace, Shopify, they are great to start, but you don't own anything. So if next month they change the prices or they change the terms and conditions, you are again in risk, and your service and your company is in risk. So watch out, it's great to start, but we'll highly recommend move to your own self-hosted website. So Wix, you have starting for 70 euros per month for the e-commerce. I'm not talking about the website, but talking here is fully e-commerce. So the e-commerce feature starts for 17 euros a month. The products are easy to set up, templates, e-commerce tools, and multilingual. That's great. And you need to watch up here the design, the limitations. So you have limitation for what you can do, and there's many aspects that you cannot control in Wix. Price go up when you scale, when you start to add features, when you start to add payments, when you start to add more extensions and more features for your website, the price go up, and it's something that you need to consider. And then transaction fees. You need to consider that, well, this is everything in hosted and platforms. Every payment you will use, like your bank, they will charge you a fee. Now, there are some platforms that apart for the credit card fee, you pay for a transaction fee too. So this on the top, all the payments, credit card fees you pay. So this is something to watch out. By surprise, there's 110 millions of websites out there. It's the more popular website design builder there. But the only thing I couldn't find out is how many e-commerce of those 110 millions out there. Then we have a Squarespace. It's $17 per month also for the e-commerce. I'm supposed to not do this moving that way. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so easy to set up as well. Base design option for e-commerce. I had to say they really thought about the designs features here for e-commerce and high quality features, good for analytics, and they really have good customer support. They design the limitation again, and the price go up when you scale, the transition fees, and they don't have app on the store. That some of the like Shopify and other platforms, they have an app you can download that you can use. Mighty Network as well, and they have an app and you can switch between networks, and actually you can pay the extra to have your own app. Squarespace, no, nothing's going to get there. And they have 1 million of sites there, but still I couldn't find the numbers of the e-commerce. Now you have a Shopify. Shopify is shop. So it's really specialized in e-commerce. And this is something that maybe you want to, something that is really specific for what you are selling. It's $29 per month. They are in America, something maybe to consider. Easy to set up, to use a setup. They have as well great customer service. They have a lot of templates and great for e-commerce features because it's specialized in e-commerce. There's no websites e-commerce and sell across multi-channels. So you can, it's easy to, you have your Shopify and it link into the Facebook marketplace. It will link into other places for you to sell if you want. So there's a great feature on that. Design limitation, all the platforms, they have this, and price go out when you scale, and transition fees. Squarespace doesn't have transition fees. And it's about 250,000 websites out there. And the last one I will mention here on the top is Kajabi. Kajabi is something that wasn't there, and it's just for the last year, I think. I don't know, it's been probably, they have like 2-3 years out there. It's very expensive, I have to say. It's 119 euros per month. But why is it expensive? Because it's a multi-channel platform. What is that? It's all in one platform. You have the website, you have the email marketing, you have the automation, you have the webinars, you have the self-page, you have the payments gateway. Everything is there. So you don't need to pay nothing else there. And it's something I will mention now with how to know your cost. Like email marketing, MailChimp is free to set up, but after a number, you need to pay. Automatizations, they are like Zapier, another automation, Automate. They are free, 2 or 3, but if you want to automate to really make your website work for you, then you need to pay. Webinars, Zoom, I pay for Zoom. You know, then you need to pay. All that is covered by Kajabi. So if you considering like you made your calculation of the cost and then you calculate per month or per year, then it's something, a platform you could consider because it covers every single thing. It's like in one platform, you have it all. And it's quite amazing. They make it great more for digital courses, digital products, but still they have a way that you can sell anything there. And the high price is the cons. Some limit customization, but it's not that as much as the other platforms, and no branding up. And the numbers is nearly 20,000 websites there, but they have with that number 41 millions of customers. So this is a quite high consideration because what they specialize also is the e-learning. So there are many digital courses platforms down with Kajabi, and that's why they're getting this big number of customers. So getting paid and payments gateway. On the workbook, you will have more details on that and how to really fully thing. But a payment gateway, what is just what we used to use in the shop. You have a card and you have this card reader machine. You pass the card, I charge you the amount you pay for the product or for the service, and then it got take from your bank account and go to the place, the business you are buying for. So payment gateway is the same for online. There are many popular ones, as we know, is PayPal, Stripe, Authorize, Google Checkout, and Apple Pay. But one of the considerations you need to consider is like, what is your market? Is your market in Spain? Is your market in Europe? Are you going to sell somewhere else? Then you need to consider where are these payment gateways covered in the country you want to sell, because PayPal is the more common, popular one. But then you have a Stripe that's becoming popular too, but only cover 25 countries. Then you have to check out is 87, Authorize 33, Skill 40, Google Checkout, Apple Pay 24. So you need to consider in that, are you selling worldwide? Anyone can buy your products, service, physical thing, or you just very locally and then you can use something else. We have as well WePay, and it's calling WePay. Let me double check. What's the page here? Yes, WePay is only America only. So only you sell in America, use it, but you sell it here in Europe, don't even bother. And then we have specialized in Europe. There's a couple ones apart from PayPal and Stripe. We have IDEN. There's a Netherlands company. I don't know the number of countries they support. They are more like kind of Stripes, some kind of way, or like terminal point of sale. TP View is a the punto de venta terminal is a term they use in Spain, and they are provided by your bank, and it's something you can put in your website. And they use the credit cards or the cards that more commonly used worldwide, like Visa, Masterclass, and American Express, and other cards there. So I don't have the numbers, but they are very suitable for worldwide and multi-currency. That's something that if you just sell worldwide, is something you are interested in, because if you sell to America, you want people get it in dollars, and if you sell in Spain, of course, euros. But if you sell in China, if you sell in Australia, Australian dollars. So they actually cover multi-currency things. Pagantes actually is becoming very popular in Spain. It's other way of payments and installment payments. So if you sell something that's very expensive, using Pagantes, people can pay in installments, but they guarantee you the full payment. Now, considering what to choose, transaction fees, what you pay per client they give you the credit card. PayPal is 2.9% plus 30 pence per card. Stripe is 1.4% plus 20 pence for European cards, and for non-European is 2.9. And transfer fees. This is something watch out, because many people don't know. If you want to transfer the money you receive from the account, Stripe, PayPal, Authorize, then how much it will cost you to transfer that money to your bank. And PayPal charge you, so watch out. And even to receive money and anything like in online invoicing, Stripe doesn't charge you, and that's why I love Stripe. And there are other companies that charge you depend of your bank and depend of your country and depend of the amount. So watch out on that. Card accepted, which cards are they accepted? They are the popular ones, or they are really specific, like in which country you want to sell, which cards the are more the popular one. I know in Germany, because I have some clients, they use a lot Ideal. Ideal is a way of banking, of like a SEPA, like transfer, and you need to get a payment gateway. They accept Ideal if you want to sell in Germany, because that's what the people are used to pay. So watch out on that. Is on the workbook is that steps like which your ideal client, which card, which payments are using to pay for product. That's how I guide you how to choose a payment gateway. And monthly cost business account. Many, when you start to get charged, when you get e-commerce, they will ask you to get a business account, sorry. So, and that it could mean a monthly cost for you, for your business. And how it's easy to set up and how it's easy to manage. Are you able to get the reports per month? Are you able to see, to chat again to a customer because they save the numbers and the details? How secure it is? Are you covered by your insurance? What is the security layer? All that you need to consider. And cost to consider. You had this table on the workbook, so it's a bit blurred here. And there are so many, this is an exercise for you to understand how much it will cost you to set up e-commerce. We have the domain, we have the hosting or website platform. We have a premium template you want to use. We have the tech support if you need it. We have the web design support if you need it. Payment gateways, which one you are going to use and how much it will cost you. Legal documents, don't go live without any, please use them. Email marketing platform, how you're going to post there, how you're going to contact your clients. Are you going one by one? Are you going to do newsletters? Do you need to start for the basic free accounts, or you need to go already to pay accounts? Marketing apps, as mentioned last week, now it's not like you open the shop and people will come to buy from you. You need to go to chase your ideal customer. You need to go to chase your clients. So go and pay for marketing ads. It's something, there are many ways to do marketing. You can do Google Ads. I missed yesterday the webinar, but for sure they give you some insights of to actually do e-commerce and sell it. And you can do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google Apps, and just not Google Apps. They are just in Google when you research. They are in blog posts. They are in specific other places too. And you can do marketing by affiliate, by Instagrammers, by the people who influencers. You know, I have a client who is investment. Some of the marketing strategy is giving away her product, her physical product, for influencers, so they will get to their clients' fan space. So in that way, it's like promotion. And how much it costs? Just how it costs the physical product, you know. So it's kind of small investment on that. Website copyright is so important for selling, but the good copyright. Product, service, professional photography. We mentioned last week, image is so powerful. And even Christina in the LinkedIn webinar mentioned like you have 7 seconds to make a good impression online. For a website, you have 3 seconds to people stay in your website or go away. So really invest or learn how to do a good product photography. Delivery costs, if you're selling physical products, then there are the shipping costs, how much it will cost you. Are you doing this manually? Are you paying someone to collect your physical product delivery for you? This is something to consider. And I just say for other maybe extra costs like accountant or someone you need to hire to help you. Whoops. It's not supposed to be here. So I just going to show you a case study that you don't need much money to start. This is a project we did for last week. This is AFA, this is the AMPA Association, is like Association for Families of Students, Asociación Familias Alumnos, here where I live in Vacarisses near Barcelona. we came up with a project to sell masks because it was needed. And the association is running by volunteers. They didn't have the money to prepare for the mask. So what we did is we create a survey in Google Forms to test our idea. How many people will be interested in our idea? So we set up the Google Forms. We put, okay, so if you're interested in mask or as much of €5 per mask, and this is the 3 sizes we do, how many of them would you like to order? X number. Then we have 300, let me check the numbers, 360 families. No, 360 360 families, 260 families, 770 kids. Of that, we get 48 people answer the Google form, ordering 220 masks. Our goal was get to 200 masks. As many masks we will order, the cost will be small. And this is a cost like, it will cost the mask like €5. And then we make it for 450 because our goal, it was not to make money on this, to make a small profit, but to do something good for the students that was needing masks for a very good price. So there was opportunity to give something to back to the community. So what we did a survey. As soon as we reached the 200 interests, then we did the e-commerce website. The current website is done in WordPress, and it really took us 5 days to collect €1,071 and make a profit of €250 selling masks. What it costs? Just the €30, €31 in Stripe fees and the time. How long it took us to set up the Google form? Half an hour. How long we ran the Google form to testing the idea? 4 days. How long it took us to set up a Stripe and the e-commerce? 4 hours. How long we ran the online shop to collect €1,071 to sell 250 masks? 5 days. And now they are in production, the e-shop is closed, and we will sell it, and we make it a profit. That was actually profit to go to the school. This is like to collecting money to the school. So you see, if you don't need big numbers to do anything, if you have some time, if you have a small investment, you can set up something, test it already. So what we did is like people, we pre-order the mask before we pay them, because as voluntary association, we didn't have money to pay for that. And we didn't want to risk 1,000, 2,000 euros to then we couldn't sell it. So we make a survey, testing the idea, go approve, go away. We sell it pre-order, now they are in production, and we will deliver it. Done. Of course, it's a pinfall of people who fill the form, they will say, I will order, they didn't order. People who say, I will order 5, they order 3. But we get other people who didn't fill the form, they order, and other people who fill the form to buy 5, they order 10. So this is something, the risk, limited risk to consider. But you see, you don't need huge amounts to investment. Other simple, so testing process, online surveys, this is all the details that I can share with you. And we have a conversion rate. Let me see, because I did the numbers early. We have a conversion rate of 20%. That I tell you, the conversion rate of achieving in the e-commerce is between 2 to 5%. So this is a very good conversion rate. When I was doing the numbers, like, okay, this is really good. Now, of course, we already had the client base. We had the 260 families in the school. We know how to communicate with them. We're running WhatsApp groups. We're running the app for the school, which this association is paid for. We have Facebook. So we were ways to communicate with them, how to reach them to get interest. So Now, other case study to give you some ideas is Little Readers. This is I mentioned last week. This is English subscription books, and we have, it was a gap on the market, so they provide a solution. There was something, no specific custom, nice English book in Spain to get to the kids multilingual international here. And all come because the mother of the woman who set up the shop want to send to her own kids, want to send a present, a book subscription for English book, because the mother couldn't find nice English book. And then the price, there are so many subscribers, book clubs in America, in other countries. And the price to send it here to Spain, it was $20 for the shipping, plus other $20 for the book. I was like, ridiculous. So the woman saw opportunity, the woman saw the gap, and she set up a shop. So time, 1 year, 6 months to set the product, 6 months for brand website, cost $6,050 so far in investment. Product costs 3,700, brand and website 2,000, marketing strategy and ads so far 350, and it's something that she invested. And so far she's been running for 1.5 months. We have a profit that I don't consider profit anyway of 400 euros, because for me profit is like when we break even. So when she will recover this 6,050 that she has already spent. So she make in just 1.5 months 400. That for what is an e-shop and the current state is very good. And now I'm going to stop and give you Microsoft Open for Q&A.
Well, if you go to the chat, Laura, there are lots of questions.
Oof. Okay, let me go to the chat. Okay, sorry, I have problem with my computer. May I commerce with Wix? For a musician. This I can buy and other online stuff. So, okay, so Victoria, so yeah, the question I was, yeah. So how is it going for you, Victoria, the selling music online? Okay, so maybe she doesn't have microphone. Okay, what average price for selling e-commerce shop to a client who want to sell their physical products online? Well, the average price is really depend what you want to sell, Deborah. It's really, you need to do a market research. What is the price of that product out there? Make a question yourself, if it's space for my product there, what I can offer that improve the product? Is something I can make it better? Is this customer experience better? That is already there. So, and how much it will cost you? You need to consider in that, or that. Don't jump on the pool without knowledge, no water, when you didn't do a customer journey, testing your product there and testing the interest of that product. Because without testing and just spend your, even if it's your time there without knowing, then you don't know you are going to sell. We launch, my husband and me, he's a developer as well, the hardcore and the beauty one. I'm doing the web design. My husband and me, we develop menu online, digital menu online for restaurants. This COVID era. And all because we have a client, friend of us, who it was kind of mandatory to have these QR online menus. But everything out there, it was pricey. It was you couldn't customize as you do on PDF, you convert in QR, but then if you want to change your menu, PDF, convert to QR. You want to change your menu again, PDF, QR, becoming a pain in the ass, sorry. My husband know all the technology, so we did this menu online, digital menu online, super fast. In 5 days, we launched a product because he know the technology, he know the automation. We set up the same graphics, we work, and we tested the prototype with my friend. He loved it. He started to recommend to others, and out of the blue, we are selling it to other restaurants. But you see, we started small. We start with what we know. We test it. And if we now go, we now actually making the product and it's selling by itself, because even we set up the Stripe recurrent payments, we don't have to even to worry to ask for the money to the clients. And that's one of the things I was asking for Tanya. Like, are you asking manually every month, hello, this is the bill you need to pay me. Hello, this is the bill you need to pay me. This is time, and time costs money. So this is something, if you have someone is paying you monthly, check it out that. Because it's something that with automation, with payment gateway, they can give you straight away, and you don't need, your customer doesn't even need to pay you any longer manually. Stripe, you automatic payments. So every month, it takes the payment for your client's card and done. You don't have to worry. You just need to worry to receive the money that every month, like, clean, you pay, your clients pay. Clean, your clients pay, done. Can you give us a sample of a product of soap using Kajabi? If you go to Kajabi, you have a lot of templates, not templates, samples there. I have used 3 different websites for digital courses and for other products. So Kajabi, the website itself, if you Google it, they have a lot of samples there. Okay, well, so sorry, I missed meeting. So which have more transaction fees than Google Commerce? Of course, Google Commerce is a free open source. It's free. That's it. WordPress is free. It's open source. And I do believe so much in open source. That's why I'm becoming in love with WordPress and Google Commerce, of the democratization of the knowledge and the technology, and as technology should be accessible to all. Okay. Google Commerce free is, which of course, I mean, you pay for a service, you pay for these pretty templates, you pay to set up easy to your website. So now, if you don't have knowledge of WordPress, you don't have knowledge of Google Commerce, then what you will pay for an expert to set up your e-commerce for you. That's what Wix is, of course, becoming cheaper, but it have a cost of limitations. Wix Gateway is more international with the less charges. Oof, good question. Stripe, even, okay, the 25 countries is the countries you can use Stripe but not getting payments. Stripe use Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay, so you can get paid worldwide, almost everyone with Stripe. Where you can use Stripe as what is your business, that's the limitation of Stripe. There are some countries you cannot set up Stripe because you live in that country and Stripe doesn't cover that country. But so far, Euro, Spain, UK, Germany, France, and USA, you can use Stripe, and it's like a credit card. So you can use any credit card and it will be accepted by Stripe Gateway.
Sorry, in China as well?
I think so. I need to check on that. No, for sure you can pay, like getting payments, but if your business is in China, that's the limitation. You know, PayPal, yes, but the limitation is where is located your business because of the legal boundaries there.
Oof. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's why it's like for e-commerce, it's so important. Get a lawyer. You know, the terms and conditions. How is it calling? Terms and conditions. The refund policy. All these policies is just minimum cost of 150 euros, and it's worth it because it will save your ass. If it's something go wrong for e-commerce, they can switch you. And because you are more in your euro, because it's covered by European law, so you need to be careful on that. Yeah, you need to provide detailed refund policy, details of how you charge your customers, details what you're doing with your data now. So you be careful on that. And it's kind of part of the investment. It's €100, 150 worth it to spend. Okay, it seems to have a huge amount of work to start with e-commerce. What do you think is the hardest part of building a website? The most time-consuming part? The most time-consuming part is really the product copy. To really know what your clients want to know. And this is the exercise we were in the workbook number 1. Get that. That's the longest part. Like, okay, the detail, the description, the pictures, the detailed product, the title. Then, as soon as you have everything there, and I will share with you a very good checklist for Google Commerce, that you have checklists like, okay, I did the legal part of the website. I did the landing page. I did put the product. I put the taxes. And you start to check all that to build your e-commerce. I mean, sometimes depends how complicated you want to go. But that's why I was focused last week, is like focusing one thing at the moment, one client, one thing at the moment, and then you start to scale up, okay? Because for me, less is better. Start one thing small, and then if that's working, okay, they give you a peace of mind, it's working, you replicate the process and go to the next. Then that's working, you replicate the process and go to the next. It's easy to move from Wix to WordPress? No, sorry.
Bad news.
I'm so sorry. Well, it's easy as copy paste, but this is no easy transfer. It's more easy for Blogger to WordPress than for Wix. But on there, it depends how big is your Wix website. It's just copy the text or copy what you have and then paste in WordPress. Can we find where we can find the workbook? The workbook is in the group, no? Valentina?
Yes, I already answered Tanya. She will
okay,
find
sorry.
e-commerce experience in the platform.
Sorry, yeah. Any more questions?
Yes, there was one missing question.
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
If you create an e-commerce for a client, do you include the legal part in the budget, or you hire someone else for that?
Just you hire someone else. The legal part is not included on in the like e-commerce development.
Okay, but I guess you can find some templates on Google for that.
Yes, I won't recommend.
You wouldn't recommend that?
No, I will recommend for if you have just a basic website, for you just publish your service, and then if you want to get paid, and if it's not the link like payment gateway like PayPal or Stripe link in your website, you can email them by email, or Stripe, they will send you the invoice, or PayPal also can do the invoice. But if you have a payment gateway there, which you charge in your website, or they go to PayPal or Stripe platform to charge, be careful with that, because it's a legal boundary red line, and you need to consider that. And I say, if you want to sell something, it's a small investment you need to consider. It's 150, 200 just for, because you just need one paper, but it's made for you. It's made for what you sell, and it covers your service, your specification.
Okay.
But Laura, sorry, in Shopify, for example, you have almost all the legal part. They already write. This is also not good.
No, if they do a Shopify, yes, but I will still recommend someone to have a look.
Okay.
Because every business is different. You know, it's like I sell in service and product, I sell in mentoring, but monthly. I send to my clients a contract for them to sign, which that contract is some general specification per client, but then I need to change some lines because they are specific to them or specific what I provided. So it's the same for every shop. So even they provide you your legal documents, you need to check if it's that really specific, it will cover you.
Okay. Because in Shopify, for example, it's very easy. You have almost, when you do your website, you have everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I love, that you have everything. But even so, like, this is the kind of like say, like the water on the lake. You don't know how deep it can go.
Vale.
So, and that's the legal boundary there. Okay, they will cover, and it will tell you, if you check on the terms and conditions of Shopify, they will maybe disclaimer that part. You need to check, because they cannot, if someone sues you because of the Shopify, you cannot sue them back to Shopify. And this is a disclaimer thing from any platform. Like, you need to check your own products and service, what you offer, because they cannot be responsible at all for what you offer. If something go wrong, you cannot sue them.
Tanya is leaving. I think it's time for all of us to say
Yes.
goodbye.
Really, Laura, this is really a lot of work.
Bye, Tanya.
I know, sorry.
We was thinking it's so easy to do a web. Oh, we're gonna have
But think about less is better. I will help on the workbook. I will upload it now. The second workbook is like an infographic, yes and no, to simplify things. So, you know, you can start small, start simple.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Easy to see.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
See you next week anyway. And then we're
Yes.
already gonna have our website, everybody.
Yes.
Great.
You will
Thank
see.
you, Laura. See you soon.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.